Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video on the mk5 Golf GTI. It's been a bit difficult to film anything of late because the weather has been so up and down, and as you guys know, I do all my work outside, so yeah, that's why there's been a bit of a delay with the videos, but I have got things planned. I'm going to show you some of the things that I've got planned to put on the car. In fact, let's just have a look. So we've got variant 3 coilovers, which have compression and dampening, adjustable ball joints from White Line. I have got some Brembo pads. I'm going to change the brake fluid at some point. Aluminium control arms from the Audi S3 8P. Hubs from the Audi S3 8P. Spacers 15mm and I think 12.5mm. I've got Hell brake lines, adjustable drop links, front and rear. Anti-roll bar. I've actually got the rear, front and rear anti-roll bar. I just couldn't be bothered to bring that out. Actually, I've got quite a lot more things to put on the car than what is here. I just couldn't be bothered to bring them out. In order for me to afford to put these things on this car means basically I can't eat for a long time, so it's going to be beans on toast for the next 6 or 7 months or even longer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to putting all of this on the car. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Just bear with me. Before we do put all this on the car, we have to strip the car down, you know, all the front suspension and everything like that. So not today, because I've got a few things to do. So we'll get into it tomorrow. I'll see you then. Right, I have got the wheel off of the car. I've put the car on axle stands. I'll show you those now. So I've got an axle stand on that side. Managed to get an axle stand underneath there also. What we are going to do is take the brakes off first of all, which is that. I'm going to loosen that big nut there. There is another one down here. You probably can't see that, but down there. I'm going to take those off. I will take the brake disc off also.
I've been contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace I can find, instead of always being on the grind. I need a new purpose. I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching. You're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety I can go?
Right, very slow progress. I've got the brake disc off, and I'm now contemplating what is next. Thinking to remove the full strut, so it's a matter of getting underneath and loosening off the ball joint, the lower ball joint, which is down there. It's got three nuts on the bottom of it, and then I think this ball joint, which is here, and then I think underneath here, loosen those, and everything should come out. let's try that. I'm not sure if I'm doing this in the right order or what, but we'll just do it as we go along and see what he's doing next. Right, this is not going well. I've snapped a bolt. I believe it's a common thing. This is the bolt here. I'll show you where I broke it from. Right, let's have a look. So this is the control arm there, or wishbone, or whichever you like to call it, and then this is the bush. As you can see there, the bolt has snapped, which would go in there. I'm so annoyed. Few days later, and we are back on the Mk5 Golf GTI. We've had some bad weather, so I've not been able to do any work on the car, but today, as you can see, it's wet, but it's not actually raining, so we're back. So you saw me take the full leg off of the passenger side, which is down here. It was harder than what I wanted it to be, but basically I think I took everything off in the wrong order, and the thing that was what was giving me the problems to get out was this the track rod end. Just could not get that out, but I figured it out. So what I'm going to do is do the passenger side. But when I do that, I think I've got a better order that I need to take all the bits from the car just to get the leg out. So this is the leg here. The only thing I do need is the top mount, which is this. So that is basically the only thing I need on this. I think I've got everything else new or as a replacement. Another thing why it was more difficult to do is my tools were insufficient. I was using pipes and all sorts. So what I've had to do is buy some new bars. I was going to buy a breaker bar, but I decided to buy a longer ratchet, and I think that should do what I needed to do. I've also bought impact socket set, which is a little bit stronger than the stuff that I've been using. They're not expensive, but you know, it should do the job that I wanted to do. And also my torch broke down the other day, so anyway, that's been delivered today. Brand new torch. So this one can go in the bin.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger fingers stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got
So once again, I started by removing the brake caliper and making it look easy with my new ratchet bar. Once removed, I hang it up with a bungee strap, making sure it is out of the way. Next, I take off the 3 nuts that hold the ball joint to the control arm. And at this point, I actually feel like I know what I'm doing. But then it seems like I might have just spoken a little bit too soon. Right, well, I've had major issues with this suspension leg today. This one was probably just as hard as the other side. I thought this side was going to be easier because I thought I knew what I was doing at this point, but nope, it was just as hard, if not a little bit harder. I've managed to get it out now, and yeah, the other issues I've had. So what I've had to do is actually grind the drop link because the nut was just spinning. So I've had to cut that. The other major issue that I've got now is, I don't know if you can see that, but the same thing as what I had on the other side where I snapped those bolts. Well, I've snapped 2 on this side, they were seized in, so now I've got no choice but to change the full subframe. It is more work, but it gives me the opportunity to put my anti-roll bar in and maybe put the aluminium control arms or wishbones. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to drop the subframe. I think there might only be about 4 bolts or so holding the subframe in. Not only that, the steering rack is obviously bolted into the subframe, so I wasn't looking forward to doing the steering rack side of it, but I've got no choice now. The bolts have snapped and I'm thinking I might as well just change the full subframe, you know, instead of messing about. So the next job is to figure out how to drop the subframe. So I get under the car and basically go on a frenzy, undoing every nut and bolt, because it looks so strange underneath here that I just can't work out what is going on. Still unsure whether I can really do this. I check and double check that it is the right bolts that I am undoing that need to be taken out. And I think I have done it. The subframe is finally loose and I can use the jack to gently lower it down to the ground. My gosh, I have been working very hard today. Right, I've got the complete subframe out, you know, with the wishbones and everything. It's completely out. It's on the floor, underneath there. So, the only thing I think I need to do now is get a new subframe, but I'll pull it out and I'll show you it properly. Right, so just a quick rundown of what we've actually done. I've got the subframe right here. Looks more intimidating on the car, to be honest with you, but it's not too bad. So what I've come to realize is that the subframe is basically held on with 4 bolts. One there, and one there, and one there. And all the other bolts will go to the anti-roll bar. So if you can see, one goes there and one goes there. The bolts that will be for the steering rack is there and there and there and there. So it's not as daunting as what it looks once you've got the actual subframe off the car. These are the ones that snapped, that broke. So as you can see, the ends are still there, and on this side that end is still there, and that one has actually come out. This is how it looks from underneath, and it looks like there's a lot of bolts and stuff going on there, but to be honest, there's not that many. So like we said, that's the main one, that one there and that one there, and the one through there are the main ones what bolt it to the actual body of the car. These are the anti-roll bar bolts for the bracket. Those two are the steering rack. And then once you get your head around that, it's not too bad, because obviously you've got your bolts for your bush, and then that one obviously goes to the body of the car. So this bush only bolts to this bracket, and that's it. And then you've got the ones where your exhaust mounts onto those, and then you got your dog bone mount that goes in there for your gearbox, and that's pretty much it. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing me go through all that stress just to do this, but I've enjoyed it. I'm hoping the next video will be me putting all the bits back on here and mounting it back to the car. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.